Why do you like to be alive? I don't want parents to be sad. Edit. Yo, now my first reward WTF. Honestly, same, I've been in the slumps real bad these past few months and keep on thinking you can always just end it. You know that, right? But then I realize no, my cousin lost his dad that way, meaning my dad lost his older brother that way, meaning my grandma who just visited lost her oldest son that way, and I don't want my little sister to be an only child. I have a very small family, think 10 total. So it would devastate who's left, plus I'm in a foreign country, so basically no one I care about could attend my funeral, and I haven't confessed my love to someone in person and am now halfway across the world, plus I have to say goodbye to my cats left in the States one last time. I also need to become a Sims 4 spellcaster. I have to see the Nutcracker on Broadway. I have to visit Europe. Many things. It seems like are making my life worth living. Honestly, a good story. I used to devour libraries as a kid. I usually have something going on in the background while I work, and I'll listen to fiction podcasts voraciously. There's always a new story, but that moment when you find a good one and it connects with you, chef's kiss. Please do not eat my place of employment. To enjoy and experience things that make me truly happy while I still can. There's always opportunity to enjoy life, even if it doesn't seem like it, and I'm glad I learned that, rather than giving up. Right now it's really hard for me, but I'm really trying to find happiness in small things, like the early morning tea and Parasite winning Best Picture. So yeah, keep feeding that stupid brain some mini candies to distract it. Dying is exactly what my stupid brain wants. Well, my brain can go itself, because I'm gonna keep living as long as humanely possible. In fact, I'm so committed to my brain over I'm going to do everything in my power to stay alive. I'm gonna sleep early, eat healthy, go to the gym, and cultivate healthy relationships. Your brain. I'm going through some shit right now. I needed this comment. Thank you. Pretty sure no one will find this comment, but hey, today was a good day for me. I just got my first electric piano, and I'm eager to learn this instrument. Now that is a reason to be alive. Music. I wanna master this thing before I go. Edit. Thank you kind strangers for all the awards and all the reply comments wishing me luck. Really made me feel great. I've been wanting to play the piano for about 3 years now, but only a few days ago I managed to convince my parents to get me one. I've been pretty depressive for the past few years for reasons, but I hope this thing can get me back on track. To all of you who are in the same boat with me, I wish you all well. We are all gonna make it. Watching sunrises with a hot cup of tea. Singing my favorite songs in a place with good acoustics. Using really soft yarn to knit something nice for someone. Calling a friend and hearing the joy in their voice when they realize it's me. Snow days. Making s'mores at a bonfire. It's all the little things. I hope you can find all the little things you love in life. There's so many. Please be safe, friend. Edit. Thank you all so much for the awards, including my first silver. You sound like a treasure to be around. Same here, kinda. One of my casual side quests I'm on in this current outside playthrough is to find the perfect cheeseburger. It's like my personal little guideline to test any new restaurant I try, because if they can do a good cheeseburger then they usually have their shit together. So far, the best cheeseburger I've ever had was from a little restaurant in MKE that I went to once on a trip. They got everything right. Edit. To everyone asking, it was Edge Bombers. I remember they had some odd as hell menu items, like a peanut butter cheeseburger. Anyway, I had ordered the bacon cheeseburger with the pretzel bread bun, and they had perfectly smashed down the patties so that the edges were just slightly crisp. Added in enough cheese to accomplish an ideal cheese to meat ratio with the smashed patties. Usually it's too much meat and not enough cheese, and the bacon appropriately came out as it should with every bite. Bacon is wont to come out of the burger all the way with one bite if you don't cook the bacon to the right texture or glue it in properly with just melted enough cheese. The pretzel bread bun was perfectly grilled and added to the overall effect of a soft crunch texture to that cheeseburger that I've come to compare all other cheeseburgers by. The tater tots were exemplary 10/10ths, would travel to MKE just to eat there again. I survived cancer. I was given weeks to live and miraculously got remission. Life post-cancer is a terrible struggle, mentally and physically, but I wouldn't trade it for the alternative. I now get to watch my adorable niece grow up. I get to look at the world with a completely different perspective. I get to enjoy being with my wife and traveling the world as much as possible. Death would solve a lot of the pain I currently live with, but the eternal sadness it would cause my family would haunt me. There's an old man I sometimes visit who can talk your ear off for hours on end. You'll sit down with him, and he'll start to unload his stories, one after the other, of his old friends, his years in the radio industry, and his misadventures chasing women. Once, halfway through his usual ramble, he stopped, turned to me, and said, "You know what? Life is fun. And it stinks to know that I'm getting close to the end, because the whole thing's just been so damned fun." That's always stuck with me. It's my belief that the person who's had the most successful life is the one who, when it's all said and done, has the best stories to tell his grandkids. Personally, I'm approaching 30, and I feel like the past 20 years of my life could be literally erased from my memory, and I wouldn't lose anything of value. Working on fixing that now though. My goal is that when I'm 40 I won't wish for cancer anymore. There are many things that make me like being alive, like my best friends, my husband, his daughter, my dog, a future. I just have to wait through all the bullshit to enjoy them. Edit. We've been together for almost 5 years now, and his daughter is my stepdaughter. It was at her request and I won't call her my daughter until she asks me to. I read future as furniture, and that you have way too much of it, that you have to literally push it aside to get to your family. Feelings. I love to feel. I have no idea if that will be something I can experience once I'm gone. And it's rather very fascinating. Experiencing in general is probably the better term. I can try so much and there still is something I don't know anything about. A new kind of cooking, a new sport, climbing another mountain, seeing new things, having the next fall come in and see the leaves in a new pattern of red, orange and yellow. And this is just without leaving my usual environment. The sheer difference it would make if I just now took a plane to somewhere in Asia and start a new life there is mind-boggling, but beautiful. I love that about life. It never gets old. Wearing a hat. Edit. I replied to myself before the upvotes. Now I'm editing this original post because I've farmed enough karma. Credit Norm Macdonald for this little tidbit of humor. When explaining why life was great, he said, loose quote, "You can wear a hat, go to Denny's." Please look up Norm's takes on death and dying. Seth MacFarlane asked him to voice death for a reason, no doubt. I know that this will probably never get read, but that actually works as a metaphor for my life. I don't care if no one knows about it, I'm just happy that it exists. My existence is nothing more than that, and witnessing existence is in itself an amazing thing. I battled depression for a while, because I wasn't able to find meaning in my life, and every now and then it comes creeping back, but I exist, and I think it's amazing. When life is shitty, or fantastic, I just remember that I exist, because that's all I really am. My husband and our dogs. All throughout high school I told myself that I wouldn't live beyond 21 years old and truly believed it. Depression kicked my ass back then. My now husband and I met when I was 19, and I swear he saved me. 4 years later, and I've never been so happy in my entire life. I really don't. I work a dead-end job, live with chronic pain, but every 2 months me and my brother we create bags on basic needs. Close gift cards to shops, hygiene stuff, and go into our local city and give them to people. We have created real friendship with some of the people we gave it to. I have seen people manage to get back on their feet and get sorted. That's what keeps me going, knowing even a small thing can help, and maybe help that person clean up for an interview, or keep 5 of them going for a few extra days. This will probably get lost, but it's officially been 1 year since I almost ended my life, and I'm pretty proud of it and wanted to share it. It's always the little things that keep me going. Sunsets, endorphin rushes after workouts, pancakes, little moments of joy with my friends, art, trying new things, etc. I don't always feel better than that day a year ago, but I know that there will always be moments in the future that I will feel better that make everything worth it. Music. Can't read it. Can't carry a tune. Know nothing about playing an instrument, except Silent Night on a keyboard. Know nothing about arrangement, songwriting, none of it. But when a song hits that sweet spot, where you can feel your heart rate get faster, you start slightly sweating, the hairs on your arm stand on end and you go all goosepimply and electric, so much so you see colors. That's what keeps me alive. It's a high I can chase and get results fairly often, with the only side effects being listening to a song so much it gets old quickly, or eventually tinnitus. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.